Okay, Khan, Shalom Akim. Kahala Imra Yahabashim Yashab Bashim Hakodash. And double on this to the Muslim Apostles. Thadia Shah for the strength in order to make this video as well. This is the brother Rataza Raha Halawaya. And this video will be really just, a boost up in faith, really. Where, of course, Yahabashim Yashab Rataza, because it's based on man's goings of the Lord, pray for strength. Now, the reason why I'm making this video as well also is because, of course, Yahweh Bashim Yashai competing in certain situations in order to actually understand that precept to learn, man. Such as, for me, for example, just something simple, man. I know I've mentioned this before, like maybe you're running late for work, and then you just saw a bus come by. Then you're quite a bit of distance. When you just say to yourself, you just accept it that, all right, you know what, I'm gonna just wait for the next one. But the thing is, and this actually happened to me once as well, when I was going out. But the thing is with that is that when you then make that decision, you wait for the next one, you just accept it. At times, Yahweh Shim Yashai can make the bus driver actually wait for you as well, without the actual bus driver actually knowing, because we have to realize, just from that precept to learn, which I'm going to read out, man's goings are of the Lord, which means Yahweh Shim Yashai's programming is really based in every individual person upon this earth, man. Whatever they do, whether they scratch their head, the hand motions, the attitudes, the behaviors, all Yahweh Shim Yashai as well. The way they would think is the whole Yahweh Shim Yashai as well, man. And that's why not everything can be understood except you got the wisdom of the scriptures. Because again, going back to that bus story, so a person can be, which, as I said, this actually happened to me, where I might as well just use myself, man, as an example. I was going towards the bus stop. This is London, UK. I was going towards the bus stop, and then as I was going to it, I saw the bus pass by, and I was quite a distance. I was at quite a distance in the bus stop, man. So it's like, I didn't want to run, man. I can't lie. I did not want to run. I think it might have been a hot day that day as well, and it was going to the point, I didn't want to run, so I just said, you know what, I'm going to just be late for the occasion that I had to go to. So then, surprisingly enough, I just accepted it. And then, as I was walking, the bus driver, he was just lingering there in the on the bus stop, man. So he then came out, maybe something happened to the engine. He came out of the bus, and then he walked around, and then he checked the back of the bus, to see if things are running well. Now, by the time he did all that, I entered in, I scanned my card. In fact, before I even came towards the bus, he already fixed the engine, and I was walking towards the entrance. He came back to his bus seat, and as he entered into his bus seat, I scanned my card, I went to the upper deck of the bus, and then, because obviously in the UK, we got upper double-decker buses as well, London specifically. We got double-decker buses. And then that was perfect timing, man. To me, having that distance and then the driver just lingering there, so that, of course, I just tapped my card, and then, I go up, man. And it was true. I just said Thardiel share, man. Because I knew it was them, or if he made the bus driver linger for a little bit just for me to enter. So that's why we have another reason to also uplift us in faith, man, because that's just a minor situation. There could be a major situation where you may be about to be caught, but another thing happens where maybe some angels put some invisible sheet around you, or Yahweh Shemeshah gives you the power of invisibility without even knowing. You just stay silent. You just hear in your mind, just stay silent. And they don't see anything, man, when the enemy comes in as a flood as well, man. So, there's different ways that Yahweh Shem Yashai can save us. So this video really is just going straight to the point, man. There really isn't much to say based on, there is a lot to say, of course, based on faith in Yahweh Shem Yashai. But the point being is that if you remember that precept, just certain things, well, majority of the things, if not all the things that you do worry about, you'll be actually cool about it, because you will have faith that Yahweh Shem Yashai will actually vindicate you, man. Yeah, and help you in your time. Even in normal schoolwork, man. Sometimes I'll be catching myself, oh no, so I gotta do this before the due date. And then, oh damn, how am I gonna do this before the due date, man? Because you know how JB, man, Judah, flipping procrastinating most of the time, which obviously is something we all gotta sort out. Something I need to sort out. You know, just literally sitting down and working for hours and hours, and then that's what I need to learn to do. Because I could just focus probably about 2 hours if I set a timer. Yeah, I can focus on it. You know, other external things is just something that I need to handle too. Especially the darn mobile phone, man. Anyways, you go on YouTube, you start watching entertainment as well. But let me get to the point. I was referring to the school example. Yeah, even then alone, it's like I know this has happened to me quite a few times too, where I don't actually submit on the actual date, but I submit quite late, like probably 1 week after. And the 3 how about Shimmy Ashai's will, I just stay silent and then finish my work and then I submit, man. And I still get my grade in it and I still pass. That's the point. So it's all 3 how about Shimmy Ashai's will that I'm still able to keep going. And, brothers got their livelihoods. They got their jobs, and some young brothers, they're still in school, as myself. And then, we're still enduring in this system, man. But the point is, even in these little examples of the world, Yahweh Shimei Shai is showing us that, of course, he's the one who controls their programming. That's why when I realized it, I was like, you know what, let me cool down and then, do my thing in it. Just work, submit it, and that's it. But yeah, that's why I always will be grateful for Yahweh Shimei Shai. We're serving a power that controls everyone. That's the point. Just imagine that. Just that alone should uplift your faith that, okay, I don't really need to worry about anything. When you say leave it to Yahweh Shimei Shai, really you're just observing the programming, if you really think about it. Now, Proverbs 20. Proverbs 20 and 24. Actually, that's not the one. Okay, that's 21. Whereas so Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So it's simple, man. Sometimes, you see people say, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did that. Maybe a lash out or an anger spurt out. When people release their anger, on other people or on something else. And then obviously it's a destructive power as well, if not controlled. Yeah, but the point is, when they say they don't know why they did that, or even just a spirit of vengeance entering a person, they don't understand that it's a spirit of vengeance entering a person, entering them in order to do their action. But the thing is, we understand that because we've got the wisdom of the scriptures, man. The spirits of vengeance is referring to Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 39 and 28. You also got creatures of vengeance as well, to appease the wrath of him that made them. Like Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11 and 18. But the point being is that they don't understand it because they ain't got wisdom. The wisdom of the scriptures, which is really, the wisdom of the scriptures is only reserved for Israelites. So when it says man's goings are of the Lord, Yahweh Shimei Shai, Yahweh Shimei Shai puts the spirit upon people, puts the programming within people in order for them to perform, their programming the next day as well. Of course, as I say, you get downloads when you sleep. During that time, Yahweh Shimei Shai then, of course, puts the download within the person, and the next day they execute, man. They execute that program within them. I mean, why do you think that after a few days of sleep, you start to feel a bit wavy, man? That's because you need to get fresh. First of all, the vessel needs to be fresh, and of course you need to get some new downloads, man. If you're running one download for a few days, anyways, that's beyond me. But the point is, that Yahweh Hashem Yashai is the one who controls what we do. Even if we do get less sleep, it's still Yahweh Hashem Yashai's will, nevertheless. God. How can a man understand his own way? Yeah, he can't really. There's certain situations like, oh damn, how is this even possible? Yeah, it's possible because Yahweh Hashem Yashai controls the vessels that are around you, man. Right, so let me get to Isaiah 42. As I said, these things, you will see it in minor situations, then you will see it in large situations. That's why, when you see these things, something that may seem, that may make you worry, if you just remember that precept, man's goings of the Lord, that alone in itself, just have faith in Yahweh Yahushua that he will get you through your situation, some way, somehow. That's the thing. He may even give you an idea on how to get out of the situation too, which is all through Yahweh Hashem Yashai as well. Of course, the point is having faith in him, in Yahweh, and Yahushua. So, what am I? Isaiah. It's actually forward. And even if you think about it that way, that's just by a unit being a person upon this earth. Man's going, so one unit is all of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Now imagine how much more holistically are man's goings, man. It's all about, man of whom forms a tribe, and a tribe, of course, eventually with other tribes within that same nation, then forms that nation and that country. All of them they're all performing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yashai, whether it be for good or for evil. That's the thing right there. And this is an example of Israel, of course, man's goings of the Lord, which means put them into a position of suffering. Now let's read this. This is Isaiah 42 and 22 to about 25. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth them. For a spoil, and none saith restore. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to robbers? Did not the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yashai? He against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about, and yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. Now, key point is reading verse 22 and verse 24. Verse 22 it says, but this is the people robbed and spoiled. So Yahweh Hashem shall put us in a state where it's like our power is really taken from us. Well, I say our power, but yeah, Israel's strength is taken from, which really our strength and power is Yahweh. So ultimately him, just pushing us aside. Well, I say pushing us aside, but of course punishing us is really more of the right term. It says they are all snared in holes, and they are hidden in prison houses. So Yahweh Hashem shall put us in this state. And then we can read verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to robbers? Did not the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, he against whom we have sinned? So Yahweh is pretty much claiming that scripture there, that he's the one, he did it, man. He's the one who put Jacob in in that state of weakness, and of course to be diminished in strength as well. First of all, spiritually, mentally, physically, man. He says, yeah, that's the point right there. So of course, when it says man's goings of the Lord, he's the one you put them in that state, cause them, because it's really just a learning process overall. Cause them to, of course, sin, and then because of that sin as well, is because their lack of obedience to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So really, the point is that it's all a learning process, because we just read in Proverbs 20 and 24 that man's goings are of the Lord. So of course he controls the will of man. There is no such thing as free will. So therefore, this whole thing is really just a learning process for Israel in order to actually appreciate the kingdom of Yahushua even more. For those of us, of course, that Yahweh has had mercy upon and given the opportunity in order to teach this truth, as well as for them to get the first go around in the kingdom, of course, from the beginning of the kingdom, and then onwards forever, eternity. And then obviously the 2/3 is going to have to be reborn through the loins of, through the men of the elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's the point. So really, it's all Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's will for Israel to learn, man. He calls them to be disobedient, and then, of course, with that disobedience, there'll be a punishment. Zechariah 13, verse 8. Verse 8 to 9, about the refinement of God for the 1/3, and obviously the 2/3 being cut off, and then they will die. That's in the land of America. And of course, those other Israelites around the world who are disobedient, they will also be punished too. So again, that's the point, that even Israel as a whole, it's all Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's will, because as Yahweh Yahushua said, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts, and his ways are higher than our ways. So his reasoning for things is not something that we'll always comprehend. Now, of course, as we study the scriptures, we will have an understanding of his reasoning, because he's given us, okay, this is why this is happening, and he's given us the Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh, in order to understand the truth of which is being taught here. So calm now. I also said this lesson is also called, what is it called? I say, man's goings are of the Lord, pray for strength. Now, this is the thing, this is the attitude you should have when you do pray. Because we can't be praying and then we have doubts that, I don't know if it's going to happen. No. We've got to pray and then believe that it would happen. I'll bring out this precept, and then, that'll be it, okay. Yeah, but Shimashara, I'll be on to the next video. God. Man's goings are of the Lord, man. Sometimes you just got to sit back and just observe. So if you weren't, just sit back and observe, and then you see things happen, man. Honestly. And that's just in the minor situations. How much more in the major ones, where we do actually are going to need some very, very high level help, man. I'm talking about the help from Yahushua, ultimately. So come on, because he's the one that's going to be commanding angels to also help us in our different situations too. That's why I said Yahushua, because all power is also given unto Yahushua. Right, so Mark 11. So this is the attitude we should have when we pray. And this is really teaching us what it means to have faith also when we pray to Yahweh Yahushua. So praying with faith, this is what it means. Matthew 7, Salakia. Mark 11, verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, whatsoever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. And when ye stand praying, forgive if ye have aught against any. Okay, that's on about the forgiveness of really your brother and brethren. But the point is in verse 24. Therefore I say, so Mark 11, verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. That's the point. That's really the point right there, man. Whatever thing that you pray for example, I said pray for strength, in this video. Believe you already got the strength through Harakha Kodash that Yahweh has provided you, man. Just believe it. Believe that you already got it. That's the point. When you do pray, whether you may kneel down and pray or sit down, or even just a quick prayer as well. You may be sitting down on the bus or train, to yourself. Believe that you already received it, man. Same way Yahweh also said, I know I will be mentioning this quite a few times, man, because it's actually cold. It's actually pretty cool when you think about it as well. He told the disciples, I don't know if it was around, I know it's in Matthew, because it was a few times I did cast demons out of people as well. Yeah, it's definitely quite a few times, more than a few times, obviously, if you count the ones that are not included in the scriptures. But the point is that he said, the disciples asked him, so why couldn't we cast out the demon? He said it's because of your lack of belief. You didn't believe you could cast out the demon. And he also said, to round up that his point, he said, this type of one goes out by prayer and fasting. So again, prayer and fasting also helps to strengthen our belief too. Praying and fasting towards Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, of course. And that's the point right there, man. Pray and fast to strengthen your belief. And of course, you got to actually know within your mind, let every man be persuaded in his mind to do this work. But you got to know in your mind that when you pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that there's nothing limiting him to giving you more strength or really helping you in whatever situation when you pray about it. Whatever situation, you may be in some kind of a financial rut, or you may be suffering from certain things, maybe a thorn. You might want to pray for him to ease it down, to heal you, because of course, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua's will is what's done anyways. So Yahweh's will is what is done. But the point is, of course, whatever it is, you pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua and you believe that it's already done, man. Of course, through the wisdom that has provided you, you pray for it. Wisdom to believe and know you've already received it, as it said there in Mark 11:24. But anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Bashem Kodash. Double on Instagram some apostles. Thank you for the strength in order to make this video. And Shalom, it's been the brother Ratazar Racha. Halawaya. And yeah, Shalom.